there guys, Portalmaster9351 here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about something that has been a long-standing rumor in the Skylanders and gaming community as a whole, and it is addressing the thought process, the theory, the rumor that Spyro is getting a remake. Now, I did a video on this several months ago, like a long time ago, pre-E3, back when Year 2 rumors were still a thing and everyone thought that Skylanders was going to be getting more stuff throughout 2017 and 2018. Obviously, that was not true, and so I wanted to update this video accordingly, talking about a potential Spyro remake. Now, I have never once doubted the existence of a Spyro remake. Admittedly, I did think that that Spyro remake would be announced at this last year's E3. However, since then, we have actually gotten even stronger evidence for a Spyro remake to be announced sometime this year. Now, a lot of that comes from indirect evidence for other things for Activision, but we do have a few direct bits of information that do hint towards a Spyro remake, and I'm going to be talking about that in this video. This video is also part of the broader series on Activision's master plan for the Skylanders franchise and beyond. I don't know if that's going to end up being the title of the final video in the series, but, well, that is sort of the general idea of this mini-series. So, included in this little mini-series is what was about the Skylanders Champions 3-packs, Skylanders Imaginators Year 2, what happened, and this is the third video in the series. I've also got a video coming up about Skylanders 7, an original Crash game, and another video addressing the thought process that Activision does not care about Skylanders anymore. And so, all of that will be a part of the broader series on Activision's master plan for the Skylanders franchise. And I have a few notes for this video that I've got on that piece of paper I'm going to be referring to throughout the course of this video. But without further ado, let's really dive into whether or not Spyro is going to be getting a remake. So first up, Activision stated that last year, 2017, would have fewer releases than 2018. The only games to be released in 2017 was Crash Bandicoot, Destiny 2, and Call of Duty World War II. Those were the 3 games to be released last year. And they said that around the time in their press conference that they said that Skylanders would not be getting a new release this year. They said that 2017 would be not as full of releases compared to other years, and that they would expect a return to a normal release schedule in the future. Not a normal release schedule of Skylanders, and that's not the exact words they used, but that was basically what they were saying. They were saying 2017 will not have as many games as other years will. So we can only assume that 2018 is going to have more games than 2017 did, according to what they said. So, what games are lined up for this year that we know of for sure? Call of Duty. And technically, we don't even know Call of Duty for 100% certainty. We're just assuming Call of Duty because they always do a Call of Duty every single year. So that's one game. A new Call of Duty game to continue the Black Ops, I don't know, Infinite War. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't follow Call of Duty that much. But all I know is that there is going to be a Call of Duty game this year in some way, shape, or form. Now, they could push this number up to 2 games if they remastered an old Call of Duty game. That would put them at 2 games. And that would, you know, that makes sense, okay? So we got 2, but we still need 2 more games to push us over the edge to get to 4 total games. I mean, even 3 would be acceptable, but like saying 2017 won't have many games and then saying, oh, 2018 will have even fewer, well, that doesn't make any sense at all. That's kind of goofy, and I would not expect Activision to do that. I know there are reports that Activision had a 5% downsizing in staff over the course of 2017, and I did a video about that a long time ago, like a long time ago. But I don't see them continuing that downsizing trend because Activision is not doing poorly as a company. They're actually doing quite well, so they have no reason to not release more games. What could these games be? An original Skylanders game could put them at 3 games. So could an original, or not an original, sorry, a remastered Spyro game. That could put them at 3. What else could? An original Crash Bandicoot game. That would also put them at 3. I expect one of those to come this year fully. And I can't say much about the Skylanders game because we don't really have a ton of proof for that either way, and we're just going to have to wait and see, honestly. But as for Crash having an original game, I don't see that happening this year, but I'll talk more about that in its own video. A Spyro remake, though, would be perfect to have this year. This is Spyro's 20th anniversary. It just makes sense to announce it this year. As a matter of fact, the Crash remaster was announced the year of his 20th anniversary. So it would make perfect sense to announce a Spyro remake. That could put them at 3 total games, and then they just need one more game to get to the magical number 4, which would put them at a higher number of releases than 2017. One other thing is that the CEO of Activision Publishing himself, Eric Hirshberg, has alluded multiple times to remastering other games. I want to say it was the Q2 2017 press conference, or maybe it was the I think it was the Q2. It was either Q1 or Q2, and I want to say it was Q2. A guest at the end asked a question about remasters and how he felt about them, and he basically said that there are other properties that are seeing transitions and remasters as of right now. He said one example of a transition is actually Skylanders going to mobile. However, he also said that there are other games they are looking at remastering, but there will not be any announcements at this press conference. And everyone assumed that it was referring to a Spyro remaster, because let's be honest, guys, if they were remastering some other game, it wouldn't, if it's not Call of Duty, it would be Spyro. I mean, simply put, it would be Spyro. And I've already said I could see a Call of Duty remaster coming this year, but I mean, honestly, I don't know. And see, and it's weird because technically a Spyro remaster would probably not even be released this year, so I don't even know how the logistics of that all would work, but I just know that it's been alluded to multiple times that Spyro could be getting a remaster, or at least that other games that Activision owns could be getting remastered. The Crash Bandicoot remaster was a smash hit worldwide. Almost immediately, it topped the charts. If I'm correct, it was actually one of the best-selling games in the month of July, and it was only out for a few days in the month. Correct me if I'm wrong, because it might have been June that I'm thinking about. And now that I think about it, it was released in June. I didn't get it launched, so I don't really know when it released. I'm not terribly up to date on that, but the point is, Crash's remaster was widely successful and critically acclaimed. It was very well received. So, with that being said, with a Crash Bandicoot game being so well received, why would they not follow that up with the next logical thing, a Spyro remake? It is one of the most widely requested things in the gaming world. I mean, there is no reason not to. I mean, that's one reason that I literally have listed on that thing of notes, is a why not thing. Why would they not remaster Spyro? It is money waiting to be made. Everybody in the gaming world that was a fan of classic PlayStation 1 games wants a Spyro remaster. If you enjoyed the Crash remaster, you're almost certainly going to enjoy the Spyro remaster. Even if you didn't play it as a kid, there is no denying that Spyro's original trilogy is a group of really good games, just like the original Crash trilogy. And, I mean, it is, like I said, it is money waiting to be made. If you remaster it, people will buy it. It is a widely requested game and a very beloved franchise. I mean, just look at the Spyro fanboys, how they clamor over what Skylanders did to their precious little purple dragon. Can you imagine how many people that those people are going to tell? You know, they're not only going to buy their own copy of the game if they remaster it, they're going to tell everyone they know just how much they love this little purple dragon and just how much they want them to all go out and buy the remaster so that they'll make original Spyro games again. Like, honestly, money is waiting to be made with this. Why would they not? Not only does Spyro have recognition with the classic fans of it, though. That's the thing. Like, yes, a lot of people would be like, oh my gosh, I played the Spyro games when I was a kid. Let me go grab this remaster. But Spyro has done something that Crash Bandicoot himself did not. He maintained relevance throughout the years. Like Crash Bandicoot, okay? Crash Bandicoot, well-known icon to anyone probably a little bit older than me. Just about anyone knew who Crash was if you were even vaguely interested in gaming. My parents loved that game. They know exactly who Crash Bandicoot is, and they thought it was really awesome that he was coming to Skylanders. So, here's the thing. Spyro has also maintained this sense of identity that Crash did not maintain. Crash was very relevant in the early 2000s and late 1990s, but the thing is, Spyro has actually maintained his relevance because the Legend of Spyro trilogy that was released, I think, what was it, 2008 to 2011? I can't remember the exact date. Sometime, or not 2011, it was like 2005 to 2008. That's what it was, because 2011 is when Skylanders came out. So yeah, not only did like the Legend of Spyro Eternal Night and the whole trilogy help maintain his sense of identity, but also he has been popularized through Skylanders to a level that was probably unimaginable back during the Legend of Spyro's trilogy. Like, yes, that trilogy sold well, but nowhere near as well as Skylanders Spyro's Adventure sold. And every single child who bought a starter pack got a little action figure of Spyro. They know exactly who Spyro is. Everyone who purchased Skylanders knows who Spyro is. Everyone who watches the show, Skylanders Academy, knows exactly who Spyro is. He is the showrunner of Skylanders Academy. He is the main character. And so he has maintained a sense of identity that even Crash Bandicoot could not have maintained throughout the years. Not only that, but also he is at the center of all of Activision's marketing for Skylanders. For instance, not only is almost all of the merchandise put out nowadays about Skylanders Academy, which Spyro is the head of, but also, their newest comic book series is literally called Skylanders, Spyro, and Friends. He is at the forefront of every piece of marketing that they make. He is relevant as could be. He has not faded into obscurity. Not that Crash did, but he is even more recognizable than Crash Bandicoot. And Crash Bandicoot is quite recognizable. So that is definitely saying something. Young and old alike, people know who Spyro is if they're vaguely interested in gaming at all. Crash Bandicoot might be the same with the older people, but not with the younger people. So with that in mind, Spyro's remake would be more recognizable instantaneously and could attract a larger fan base right off the bat. So again, I ask you, why not? It is money waiting to be made. So as you can see, there are a lot of reasons that Activision should definitely make a Spyro remake. I'm not here trying to say a Spyro remake would be awesome or anything like that. I'm not even trying to throw opinion or bias into it. I am speaking from a purely analytical standpoint relating to money. The thing that Activision pretty much cares about the most when it comes to making games. They're a company. They have to make money. They're going to release games that make them money. So a Spyro remake, like I keep saying, is money waiting to be made. So why would they not release a Spyro remake? There is no reason for them not to. It would sell so well because of the popularity and recognition that Spyro has maintained, in addition to the fact that, honestly, the gaming community wants a Spyro remake and will buy a Spyro remake. That's the most important thing. Will the gaming community buy the product? And the answer for a Spyro remake is yes. Yes, they will. So with that being said, that is why I believe firmly, deep down in my heart, that Spyro is getting a remake that will be announced at some point during this year, most likely during E3, that will be released, most likely, sometime in 2019. But honestly, guys, I can't say that for certainty. That's just what I think. That's just a theory, guys. Just a theory. But here's what I'm curious about, you guys. Tell me down in the comments what you think about this. Do you think that Spyro is getting a remake? If you think he is, do you think it's going to be announced at E3? What do you think about this? I just want to, like, anything. Thoughts about the video, thoughts about anything I said, and I especially want to hear, though, your thoughts on a Spyro remake, since that is literally what this video is about. But anyways, guys, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Portal Master 9351. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.